The Secretary of Defense just used 5 words that should make everybody shudder and go hug their loved ones. Pete Hegseth held a press conference in the Oval Office to announce the rebranding of the DoD to Department of War. And in this press conference, he decided to speak to the American people by reading a rhyming poem like a 4-year-old at a preschool recital with phrases like this.
Maximum lethality, not tepid legality. Violent effect, not politically correct.
Now, aside from that, and from renaming the DoD to Department of War, and I'll do a separate video about that, Pete Hegseth used 5 words that have me terrified. These are the 5 words.
We're going to go on offense, not just on defense.
On offense, not just defense. The new Department of War is publicizing that it will be using the full might of the American war machine for aggressive purposes, not for defensive purposes. That is a word that is the premise to violations of constitutional principles and international law. The White House does not get to decide when our nation goes to war. That is a job that the Constitution reserves for Congress. By telling us that the DoD gets to decide when America goes on the offense, the executive is once again eroding the authority by Congress and promoting unilateral decisions by the president. That unilateral decision by the president, as the War Powers Resolution states, is limited to instances where the United States are under attack, and that is defense, not offense. Oh, and then there's the small issue of the violation of international law. Somebody needs to remind Hegseth that Article 2 of the UN Charter allows the use of force only when a country is acting in self-defense. And also maybe that the Nuremberg Principles define a war of aggression as the supreme international crime. All that aside, mark my words, the use of those 5 words is intentional. Offense is not defense. It is aggression and it is illegal. And if we let those 5 words slide, they will become the policy that defines America's future, whatever future we may have left.